Hi guys. Okay, I'm back for video 2. This is going to be the assembly of the pages. So, I gotta get my ATG gun, and I'm probably gonna have to change it shortly. So we'll see how fast this gets done. So, oops, go ahead and get my glue down. Now I'm sure wet glue would probably be, oh, there it goes. There it goes. Would probably be a little quicker. I have one over here, sorry. There it is. But I just don't like the way that it wrinkles. So I always have such a hard time doing this on camera, but also even just on my own. Oh, jeez. Okay, so it goes here. Goes up and over. This one goes can't get it. Back around. So today is the playoffs, and the Seahawks are in the playoffs. I'm from the Seattle area. Well, originally from Minnesota, but last week the Seahawks beat, well, actually Minnesota beat themselves because they missed the field goal. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. That makes me sad. Anyway, oh my gosh, this is becoming obnoxious. And anyway, so this week they are playing the Carolina Panthers and just getting smoked in the first half. It was like 21-0 in the first half. And of course, you know, when your team's ahead, there's always so many posts and updates on Facebook and that kind of stuff. And wouldn't you know it, Facebook was very quiet in the first half. And then the Seahawks started coming back a little bit. That's why that's not working. Ugh. Talk about Demi. I was putting it on the wrong way. So, anyway, they started coming back, and then, of course, you know, the feed is full of, you can do it, we can do this, you know, Hawk Nation, this, that, and the other, and I'm just like, you bandwagon fans suck. It's like, They just suck. But that's the problem that I have, because I don't really like the Seahawks fans. I think that most of them are fake, and most of them have not been fans for very long. They just started rooting for the Seahawks once the team was actually doing well, and that's just been kind of in the last couple years where they've been you know, been to the Super Bowl twice, back-to-back seasons, and all of that. They're just, I think that they're just bandwagon fans, personally. I just can't even do that anymore. I'm like focusing on what I'm talking about. I'm not. Working on getting this all hooked up. So anyway, I don't like most of the fans. Now I have some friends who are true fans, and they've been fans for years and years and years, even before the team started doing well. But then again, I know that I have fans who just started being fans of them in the last, 4 years, after the team has seen some success. That's what kills me. I have been a Minnesota Viking fan for years. I think because if I wasn't, I would be disowned. No, I'm just kidding. Not really, but kind of. So, why am I just, I'm not, okay. Okay, let's try this. This, good Lord. I'm sure some of you were hollering at me, no, don't do it that way. It's not going to work that way. There we go. What else is going on today? Oh, it's Betty White's birthday. She is 94 today, I believe. Yeah, I think it's her 94th. And she looks good. Oh my gosh. So I finally was getting it. And I have it backwards. That's awesome. Gosh. Today is just not my day for ATG stuff. Maybe I should just... I did have it right. But I feel like maybe someone did that to mess with me. Just kidding. I don't feel like it's right. Did I unwind it wrong? I think... Okay, let's waste half of the roll getting there. Okay, so this is how it should be wound. Okay, I know that. There we go. This is how it should be wound. Oh, don't forget to put this little piece on there. Kind of holds everything in place, I guess. I don't know. I've used it without it before, and I felt like things went went just fine. Oh, goodness. Let's see how long we can fight with this ATG, right? Okay. There we go. There we go. Now it's all locked into place. All right. And we're off. And running. There we go. Ta-da! I knew I could do it. Okay. All right. Now, this is going to be harder part because I want to make sure that I leave a little bit of space. I think it's about 1/4 of an inch. All right. Okay. I'm going to move it up a little bit. And I want to leave about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. Just like that. Okay. There we go. I'm going to turn it over and make sure, yep, I'm doing the right side. Okay, and I'm actually going to put some adhesive right there. Some on the edge. This, make everything stick down nice. Okay. And then, yep, that's the end. That is up. So I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch. Make sure I line it up on the edge. There we go. Oops. Guess there's some leftover tape right there. Try and, I don't know if I'm going to be able to reposition this as I want. I want to make sure that I'm right on that edge as well. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go ahead, a little bit of tape. Now I'm going to tape, I'm going to leave about 1 inch or so of space right here, so they, however they're going to bind this page, they can bind it that they have room. So if they want to do the stack the deck or hidden hinge or whatever it is, they have room right there. Okay. It's going to take a lot of tape. Good thing I have a lot of it. But I like everything to be nice and stuck down. And now this page, what I'm going to do, like this one, I found it's easier if you line it up with this side that doesn't have any adhesive first. Okay. All right. Now, there we go. And I have my brayer right here. So all the sides are going to all be stuck down. There we go. I got a little bit of adhesive on my mat. I got a lot of bit of adhesive. So now the pages are done. So we have pockets here and here. I want to make sure that I stick that down really good right there. The edges are all good. Okay. All right. And then I will be attaching my paper like that to the front of it, and I'll have a layout there. So yeah. So that is the first page assembled. I know this is going to take forever. I guess it wouldn't have taken as long had I not had to fight with my ATG. So wet glue would probably be easier, but like I said, I don't really care for the wrinkles that I get. Actually, it's okay. Oh. Yeah, So about a quarter, maybe a little less than a quarter of an inch. There we go. Actually, brayer this one down. There we go. Go ahead. And now when you're doing this, what I found is you want to put the adhesive on the same side of the bag each time. And what I mean by that is, see how the flap is facing down? I want to make sure that this flap is facing down as well. I don't want it facing up. If I have it facing up, this side of the pocket is shorter than this side of the pocket. So I want to make sure that all my inserts, they're on the same side. So when I put it in, there are these two flaps right here. I want to make sure that my inserts are sliding into the larger pocket. Okay. So go ahead and flip this around. And again, roughly a quarter of an inch right there. Okay. And brayer that down. Some adhesive. Whoopsies. Came off the side. There. Obviously, straight lines are not my forte. Lots and lots of adhesive. I didn't put any there. All this adhesive would drive some people crazy, but I want these pages to stay together. There we go. A little extra for whatever. So again, I like to lift it up like this. So it's up like that. Bring the other paper up like that. And match up my edges. Press everything down. Give it a nice good press with my brayer. And I'm okay if there's, like, you can see a little bit of the indents from that. But, apparently this page is not square. Okay. Or apparently I'm crooked. Let's see if I can. That's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know if it'll. Since it's already ripping, I will fix it. Okay. Oh well. I will fix that in just a little bit. I'm going to keep going on these pages though. Yep. Get two of them set up. That might help with the timing of it. I'm trying to think. So it was so sweet. In the last late night crafting, I did the box, the Christmas box for Tara, and she got it, and she said she loved it, and she's so sweet. She sent me a thank you note for it, and I just thought that that was so sweet and so thoughtful. You know, people don't send a lot of thank you notes these days anymore, so I thought that was just really, really nice. Let's see. Changes. So changes this year. Let's see. It's just a few days before, so I think I can tell you guys. I have, I think for 2 years now. I think I've been a hostess over at my scrap room. And, whoopsies, with my friend Maggie. And she's got a lot going on. And, I mean, I do too with the hours that I work. So we've actually decided that we won't be continuing to host swaps this year. So I just, you know, I've got a lot of stuff going on. It does take up a lot of time, you know, if things go perfect, it's not a problem. You know, you just update when you get confirmation from people, but most of the time you have to chase everyone down for the status of their swaps and, you know, that kind of stuff, and it doesn't make it fun. I just wish that, you know, people could be more, accountable. When you have a flaker, it takes the fun even more so out of it, because although I love doing these projects and I always want to make sure that I have, you know, in my swaps, if someone does end up flaking, that my participants don't suffer for it. And then, you know, that every one of, you know, the participants, they are able to, you know, they receive a swap. So that's one of the things Maggie and I have always worked really hard on doing with our swaps. And I know the other hostesses, you know, they do the same. You know, I can't tell you in the last few swaps how many times I've had to step in and become an angel swapper because we did have a flaker. It's just disheartening to me how many people will sign up for a swap, ask, you know, and then just not do it, you know, get the items or whatever from the swap and then not follow through with it. It's just, it makes me sick. So that's really hard for me to continue with. And it's just, you know, I've got a lot going on. I've got some things that I want to focus on this year as far as, you know, trying to grow this channel, projects in the pipeline that I want to do, some other, you know, special things. And it takes up a lot of time and energy to be a hostess. And I just, you know, I want to take the time. I guess it sounds really selfish, but it's not. I guess depends on how you look at it. I want to take that time and devote it to stuff that, not that I don't want to be a hostess. I don't know how to explain it. I guess, you know, instead of devoting it to other people, I want to devote it to me and kind of ideas that maybe I've pushed off to the side because I had other obligations. So I want to focus on, I guess, obligations to myself that I've decided that I want to do this year. So yeah, I guess that's the best way I can explain it, is stepping down to focus on my own obligations to myself. So that is one of the things that you'll see, or I guess won't see this year, is swaps that I'm hosting. So, yeah. Oh Lord, let's see. So much fun. Let's see. Do you guys have any goals for 2016? I don't necessarily have any resolutions of, you know, things. I have some goals that I want to accomplish, and, you know, getting I don't know. Resolutions just seem so, like, bad, so final. I think goals is a better way to put it, because, you know, it's just, I guess, personal preference of wording, but I think goals sounds a lot less intimidating than resolution. So right now my biggest goal is to make sure that I do my Silhouette Saturdays. I just announced that. It's a collaboration with my friend Jessica here on YouTube. And, oh, sorry guys. I definitely want to make sure that I keep up with that schedule. I'll fix that. Oh my gosh. There are so many of these pages. This is so time consuming putting these together. But I think the finished product is adorable, so totally worth it. I'm trying to think as far as recipes. I have a couple of them picked out. I just have to get them printed on the, oops, I almost did that backwards. I have to get them printed on the recipe cards. I found some really cute printables. When I get to that step, I will make sure that I post it down below. And let's see. So one of my goals is to make sure I keep up with that Silhouette Saturday. And another one is to get some of these projects that I have on my to-do list off my to-do list this year. Got that. I want to focus on doing, one of the things I want to try and do is a craft fair this year. And to do that, I have to definitely get stock. Not get stock, but like, you know, make items. So that's one of those things that I want to make sure that I focus on. One of my goals, and I know it's silly, but is Christmas cards. So that's another thing that I want to work on. I want to set a goal, oh geez, each month as far as, you know, how many cards that I want to get done. So I really need to work on that. Oops, I should get that a little closer to the edges. There we go. So, there we go. These pages better stay together. Okay. All right. Those together like that. So, yeah. Getting this one done will be great. Making sure that I get this project done is going to be awesome.